All right, Bryce.
Back up a little bit.
What am I playing, man?
I hear you playing Lonnie Liston Smith, that LLS. Definitely love it. What's up, y'all?
What's up, man? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely thank you for having me. Let me make sure my setup is straight right here. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are y'all?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I told the people I was playing that record because I knew you loved Lonnie Liston so much, and I figured I'd spin it for you.
Yeah, definitely a Richmond legend who, you already know has influenced just like the hip hop game. Super cool to interview him. Actually got a chance to interview him around just the pandemic time, around 2020. It was supposed to be an in-person interview at WRAR, but just the pandemic hit and it didn't happen. But yeah, super cool, and definitely keep in touch with him to this day.
Really, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
How did you prepare for an interview like that, talking to a legend? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your approach to getting ready to ask questions?
Oh man, it was super. He was super cool. Like I just like the usual Bryce. People sometimes call me like Narwhal when it comes to just like the info and stuff like that. So it was just a normal, not a normal interview because of course like he's influenced like so much. And then actually he came down to Channel 6 in like 2014, 2015. And he did an interview on Sunday morning, and he had like a chain and everything. But like I was, of course, I knew the Dead President's sample from Jay-Z, but I didn't like really my ear wasn't really hip like it is now, though. I would say.
Word. Well, okay. So we kind of skipped a whole bunch. We didn't even really introduce you to the people. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat that's watching right now. That's a fan of DJ B Rice. But you're all over the place. You are at WRIR. You are at VPM with different radio shows on each. You're just a person that's involved with a lot of different organizations. HearRVA Rap Elite is another one. So I want to start almost like at the beginning of your love for Richmond. What was the first record that you found that you knew that was from Richmond that kind of gave you that sense of like pride?
Wow, because I spent from like 95 to 2005 in Baltimore. Shout out to all my folks in Baltimore. So the first record I probably heard because my mom lived down here, so I would still come down here and visit my mom. It probably was something from like the Super Friends off of that 804 compilation, because I remember they had a video for it. Oh, I know you got the CD. You got the CD from past chapters, didn't you? Yeah, lucky. That Danger Mouth CD is rare too as well. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Shout out to Lil Rock. Yeah. But it probably was because Super Friends was getting played on 92Q up there. So like I want to say the Rap Attack was playing the joint Hot. That was like the single from what I remember. So that was probably like the first thing that I saw, that I've heard that like from Richmond that like I was like, oh wow. And then of course as years go by you just go and do your like research and stuff. Yeah.
So then you're down here for college, you're at VCU. Can you reflect a little bit on like the student hip hop organization and like that era of Richmond hip hop?
Well, the student hip hop organization, it was founded by two people, Arnold and Deji. It was founded out of Rams Hall. I don't know what they call it now, but it was pretty much an organization that would specialize in just doing hip hop events. And this was 2005. So like VCU was still really developing as a school. So some of the acts that they were able to bring down and some of the events they were able to bring down was really like dope during that time. And that's how I ended up meeting you, Elijah, along with you, Ryan, too, as well. It's funny, I'm watching my cat chase after a bug in the house because, you know, random bugs get in the house. Hey, get off of that. But you know how random bugs get in the house when in the summertime. But back to the SHO story, like that's how I met you and Ryan. It was definitely like a super dope time, along with getting put on to a lot of just like the next generation of music. Cause like the SHO, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I remember they had an event in late 2006. I want to say, yeah, it was late 2006. They brought Wale to shout out to all my folks who my Richmond folk who knew about the hyperlink. They brought Wale to the hyperlink, and this was like Wale with like a fade, so it was like super early in the game. Of course, like Kid Cudi, like just a lot of and then they also helped. Like I feel like
didn't they bring Currency down?
Yeah,
one
they did.
time?
Yeah, Currency and Wiz, the Higher
Yep.
Learning Concert, 2009. This was like literally 4 months before Cushion OJ dropped. Yeah, it was like 4 years.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy, but yeah, just also they definitely did leave their imprint on culture too, because they dropped some hip hop projects. Shout out to Mills. They dropped that Chasing Forever and the first Yellow Gold too as well. Like, because if you notice, like the Yellow Gold, the first one has the SHHO, I think, on the album cover.
It does. You're right.
Yeah. So like it was the first, like I feel like the first Yellow Gold was just kind of help. Of course, that's like Nick and Obliv. That's Nick and Obliv. So they're gonna just create magic. But I feel like the student hip hop organization definitely helped with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and then they also like branched out to different colleges in Virginia. Like, weren't they at like William and Mary and stuff too? So they definitely were making an imprint.
What's up, Tristan?
Yeah.
Sorry, one of my homies from Baltimore is in live right now. But what were you gonna say? They helped branch, but they did help branch different colleges and great things. There's still student of hip hop organizations around today too as well. I feel like there I heard about one in like Toronto. So
Yo,
not sure if it has a copyright, but
that era, man, was what do they call it? The blog era of like hip hop. It was special here in Richmond because we had some good people come through. I remember we had Little Brother come through at ECU.
Yeah, and this was post Knife too. This was right when, I don't know if a lot of people knew Knife was out of the group, or Knife might have not have been out of the group. It was just they were touring with, I want to say, DJ Flash. I think that's their DJ. I think they were just touring with them, but I don't think Knife was out of the group. This was like this was in the Commons.
Yep.
Like, yeah, crazy times. Like, and they came back during the Get Back era, like at Toad's place.
Yeah.
Too as well.
Yeah. No, there have been some great Richmond shows over the year. I mean, we could spend all day talking about them because I'm sure you were at the Meth and Red show, Method Man and Red Man show that was at, what was it, Hat Factory at the time or whatever it's called, Toad's Place or something.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's talk about which radio do you want to start with, Bryce? The one that you began a long time ago or the one that's new to you?
I mean, we can start with either or. Like, it's definitely whatever.
Let's go with Mid-Atlantic Jams, okay? So for those who don't know, Mid-Atlantic Jams. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That's the foundation. So yeah, you could definitely start with that.
For sure. Mid-Atlantic Jams has been going on for I don't even know how many years.
Shout out to Craig. Shout out to Craig in the chat right now.
Yeah, and
these candles never get lit. The candles stay on the candle on the table gets lit the most. It's the pet friendly candle.
Those are decorations up top.
Yeah, it is. Shout out to the lady at the house. Shout out to Sabrina for these great candles. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. So besides your love for kind of putting Richmond hip hop with your favorite hip hop joints of the day, how has your show kind of evolved from the beginning of when you were doing it until now?
Well, I think at first it was just super strictly underground hip hop, but I would definitely like to say like I play just like more than that, and I'll say I like evolved. Like I'll go into a lot of like theme shows, and yeah, it's been really cool. I remember just in 2020 during 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. when I had that time slot, I would just go kind of crazy during Mid Atlantic jams. Like I remember I did an all MF Doom episode. Just I would do just like hella things, Beat Nuts episode, things like that, and it was super cool. And that's yeah, like I say, like I definitely like switch it up, but it still stays like the core, like the core, because I'll still play like just real grimy hip hop material, because you definitely have to, because it's probably gonna be the only place you're gonna maybe hear it in, like I don't know, like maybe like the Richmond area, like because it has to. It comes, yo, if they send a radio edit, what you have to definitely like play it. But that's how I say I've definitely evolved. But it hasn't been it hasn't been super crazy. I know for the chill factor, I do have to go into like other pockets of hip hop or other pockets of R&B, like that would be, because I feel like Mid Atlantic jams. That's kind of like that. That's kind of like the ECW, you know. Like it's like just the grimy ish, but sometimes for like the chill factor, I'm reaching for the chill factor. I'm reaching for that 100 BPM like above. I'm trying to like try to make like at least for some of the show like at the end of the show, I try to make more like thought-provoking material, but I'm not thought-provoking, but more like kind of maybe slower BPM. But I try to definitely stay around like 90 to 100 BPM, because I feel like that's what we need. That's what you need on a Friday night.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about the differences between, how you program a show, because your Mid Atlantic Jams is on WIR, which is independent Richmond radio. It's kind of meant to be really Richmond, and then you're on VPM, which is it's more of it's a different style, a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little more. I don't know how you describe it, but what you want is a little more a wide range of sound. And so, like, I was going to ask you, how do you go about saying, like, all right, these are the songs that are going to fit in Mid Atlantic Jams, and these are the ones that are going to fit into the chill factor?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because they're kind of the same almost for the most part. Like I play like the same kind of content. I might like, of course, the songs aren't the same, but it's definitely, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I will play on the Chill Factor, I would still play on Mid Atlantic Jams. Now, there's definitely some stuff that I would play on like the Chill Factor. Like I know like the Childish Gambino project just dropped. If I know people are like feeling it, and if I can definitely get some type of like musical understanding from it, I will totally spin it. And I know that people like love it, but like I definitely don't really like compromise. And then just some of the stuff, like I said, shout out to my like lady again, because sometimes like you hear her you hear while she's working, sometimes you hear a joint, like you hear some Cleo Soul. Smash that. Let me play that for the radio show.
Yeah. Inspiration comes from everywhere.
Yeah, so it kind of comes from everywhere. And then just like the stuff like K Tronada, I'm already like listening to that, like running and stuff like that. So
word. You know what? We'll take a second to give a plug, because the reason I'm going to ask the next question is because you asked it to me. So tell people when the Chill Factor is going to be on, and then who your next guest is going to be, and then I'll follow up with my next question.
All right, word, yo. The Chill Factor is going to be on this Friday night, 9 p.m. VPM Music, 93.1, 107.3. It comes right after a great jazz show. Shout out to Annie Parnell, Jazz Weeknights. Super dope show. You can really tell just like some of the foundation of like hip hop. Just like, yeah, you might even find a sample or two. Shout out to Guap Lord. But yo, it's 9 p.m. and we will have Illiterate on on the check-in. Yeah, he's gonna be
cool.
talking about Richmond Music Week, which really
Yes.
goes down tomorrow and Sunday too. And of course, at the Kava Club.
Yo, it's
Go
tomorrow,
there and get faded off of Kava.
bro. It's starting tomorrow and it's going all the way to the 11th. So go to richmondmusicweek.com to make sure you find out everything that's going down. There's a calendar there. There's just all the information. But yes, the reason I brought that up is because you asked me a question that I really enjoyed, and so I wanted to throw it back at you. And the question you asked me was, how can an artist better present themselves to you? So,
I knew you were about to say that.
It was a great question.
I would say, how can they best? I would just definitely say just I hate to, because I'm definitely not a huge like social media like person like whatsoever. But yeah, just make sure your social media game is like tight. That's what I tell you this just like all the time. I feel like for your After Wake project, your social media game was like super tight, and your social media game is super tight for the HearRVA music mixer. So I would just say make sure your social media game is tight. What a lot of people don't do is hit the streets. Like make sure maybe you can people sleep on CDs if they want to, but make sure you get your CD game, your cassette game tight. And also too, like definitely, I was thinking about this too, like a lot. Definitely throw on your album, maybe throw 2 or 3 even though like I feel like some people's albums, like the whole album is above like kind of 100 BPM, but a 100 to 120 BPM joint, like a dance floor joint, you don't have like, it's not compromising, but just something that you can kind of like pitch to like the radio too as well.
Yeah. No doubt. No, that's good advice. All right, cool. I wanted to pivot a little bit too to also your work with HearRVA Rap Elite. You know, earlier this week we had Savage on. I was talking to her, and so I was talking about how we compete as general managers and how we do fantasy rapper draft basically every month with HearRVA Rap Elite, and you happen to be a general manager in that league as well.
We just won this past Sunday too, by the way.
Who did? You did?
I think I'm pretty sure I did, because I had. Yeah, I think I did. Oh yeah, of course you're not gonna remember the one you got the L in.
Wait, talk about
put that.
Have they given us? They haven't given us the scores.
Put that L up, huh? Let me just talk smack for my one.
Please.
My one joint that I won. Just one.
You got any more?
No, I'm done.
All right, cool. Because I'm gonna continue to talk smack forever.
Whatever.
But no, I wanted to ask you, what do you kind of look for? Ant says we pretty much know Bryce won.
Yeah. Hey yo, you gotta put the ones up. You gotta put the ones up for the shout out Roman Reigns. I'm gonna need all the GMs to acknowledge me.
Are you done now?
I'm done. All right. Rapidly acknowledge me.
No. What? Because we go up there, and a lot of times we'll see 3 or 4 MCs before the cipher, then we'll see 30 MCs during the cipher, and then sometimes people rap after. What kind of things are you looking for as far as like a performance that set an MC apart to you?
Just to captivate the usual stuff, just to like captivate the audience. Bars, like I'm just like a bar person, and it sounds sad, but if the MC like throws a couple darts at somebody in the cipher, that's always, I feel like they should get like plus 2 points for doing that. Yeah, like when you throw some like when you get spicy in the cipher, like I'm trying to think who did that one time. I know I want to say BDM. Hasn't she like fired shots at other MCs in the cipher?
Yo, so many people each month.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, she totally does that, and but she does. Yeah, she definitely be handling her business. though. But they're like that's probably my favorite thing. Like, yo, shout out. We're returning to speaking of Rapper League, we're returning to where where the Radio B mural is on Broad Street. The next
Yeah.
one.
On the side of the CBS building or off to the side of it.
Yeah. Were you were you there when Rossetti went against Will Young?
No, the first Rapper League I went to, I think the only Rapper League I went to outside was the one Luxury Prize won, or I believe Luxury Prize won that one.
Okay. It might be different ones, but yeah, the one where they had the Rossetti and Will Young battle.
Maybe it was.
Still need a Best of Rossetti DVD, not a YouTube playlist. We need a DVD. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, that Rap Elite event is where I met Michael Millions for the first time.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. Walking around the Radio B mural. Shout out to Radio B for putting together RVA Rap Elite.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Shout out to Radio. I was just listening to some joints off of Stop Looking for Noise earlier today.
Yeah, that's a great classic Radio B album. So yeah, follow Radio B. What are you doing?
Sure.
What, you're a dude who's got his ear tied to the city. What are a couple things people should put on their playlist, or a couple albums they should check out? I don't mean to throw you on the spot, but I kind of do.
You're fine. I got you. I like that. Let's start off with that Charles Owens Trio album. Here it is. Super dope album. A great just jazz session. DJ Harrison and Randazzo is on it. I think that's super dope. I've been really listening to that Benny Watts. Shout out to Benny Watts. He's got this he's super dope. You should definitely check out this album. It's called the Benny Watts Riot. He has this joint on there. It's called Send It, and it's got this nice soul sample. Cause I gotta send it, and you just walk around the house. You just want to walk around the house and sing it too as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, send me after that. But
yeah, and I still listen to a lot of Monday night, like a lot of like Monday night. I'm definitely hyped because you got a project that's about to drop with Grim Doja. In my opinion, he's got this joint with Nitty Blanco called Convince. That's like crazy, and I feel like it's like platinum in my book. So also there's this new artist named Lakido who's super dope. He represents We the Ones Entertainment, and he has a rhyming partner called Noya. He came out with a project earlier this year called Mislead 2. It's new era hip hop, but you can definitely tell he has like an old head like ear because you're hearing just like the samples. I'm not gonna tell you like say the samples because I'm not trying to like snitch, but and then just some of the knowledge that he drops too as well. I'm trying to think of who else. There's one more person I've been listening to. I just listened to that Illa Styles and Star Nice joint. I really like dipping off of that joint. Shout out to Illa Styles because he's super consistent just as an MC. I was listening to of course Talk Soon, Mutant Academy.
Yeah.
That's a super dope project too as well. Shout out to Doe Eyes because I got a chance to check out the concert on Friday night, and her and Katie Lawson, and there was a artist that was like in the middle named Sherry Shy. I like that was my first time like listening to her, and like it was great.
Yeah, I had seen her once before, and you're right, man. Just really, really good. I'm trying to think because I'm looking at the calendar because I thought she was performing somewhere during Richmond Music Week.
Yo, and I was about to say, she is. Yeah, she's super dope.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm still listening to Chester Skateland, too, and I do got the Ant CD and the Whip too. I'll be listening to that joint in the morning. I just be like just singing Calvin Presents parts. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. Yo, I be listening. I be tapped in.
Yo,
Then the Doe Eyes joint is like straight like dance floor material too. Like it's a really good song.
yeah. All praises to Ant the Symbol, but I want to note.
I see that.
Because the chat will go away, so I want this to be in the video record. Gavin says, how does Bryce remember music like this? Every day I try to get better, but he lists stuff off like crazy. So I just wanted that to be part of the record.
I don't know. Like, I guess it's just like a thing. Like, you all, just as a human, you're like attracted to just like what you're like most like interested in. Like, so like, I guess it's just music. So it just kind of like sticks. It kind of sticks like a sponge. But I mean, I'm definitely interested in, of course, other things, of course, as well. But yeah. But like, yeah, I guess music is definitely one of my passions.
No, for sure. And it's much appreciated throughout the Richmond music scene. I mean, you've been one of the most consistent journalists, just fans in the scene for a long time. And I know so many artists, including myself, appreciate it. But also,
I appreciate you too, man.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, thank you, man. And please check out the Chill Factor tomorrow at 9 p.m. on VPM's radio station. What's the dial tune in again?
93.1 and 107.3.
Tight, but you can also get there at vpm.org and listen online. But listen to the Chill Factor, listen to Mid-Atlantic Jams, and check out everything DJ B. Rice got going on. Bro, I love you. Thank you, man.
Love you too as well. Peace, y'all.
Man, peace. Everybody, make sure you go to richmondmusicweek.com to see what we got going on starting tomorrow down at Shockoe Bottom 17th Street Market. Is 804 Day, and it goes all the way through August 11th. So go on there. There's a whole bunch of stuff listed. If you're free on Sunday, pop out to the HearRVA Music Mixer and Fundraiser. We got Tierra and Andrew performing. We got Tyler Meacham performing. And we got Ant the Symbol. This guy, he's doing a DJ set for us.